Hey, this is Will. Welcome to Will's Will, where we don't reinvent the wheel to success. Today we'll be discussing Airbnbs. So let's get to it. As a traveler, I travel a lot from state to state, city to city. And one thing, you get kind of tired of doing hotels all the time. And Airbnb is a lot more affordable to me. You kind of get a home feeling and then you kind of jump around a lot. So it's more of a convenience for a traveler. So that's how I started getting into it. And as I would be in these Airbnbs, I would see how much I was paying a week to a month, staying in them anywhere from $500 a week to all the way to $1,500 a month. And I was staying room to room. So they would have like 4 different people in there in the house. And I was like, wow, they making a nice little bit of money off of this. I'm gonna start looking, and then when the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna get into the business myself. I have an apartment building, I have my house. So when I went to purchase the Airbnb, I had to put down 20%. So what I tend to look for is something, the percentage that's not gonna break your budget of money that you have to play with. The house that I purchased, it was $325. So 20% of that was $80,000 down cash, closing costs, everything included. So once I secured the property, as far as buying furniture, appliances, TV, setting up cameras, internet, turning on the gas, and other utilities, out of pocket was close to about $30,000. To save money and maximize what I spent was I went to furniture stores that had things on clearance. I went to antique stores, caught a lot of sales. And then I put everything on a credit card, which I recommend doing. I would say if you have experience in rentals, my first property I actually bought was a fourplex in LA. And so I like working with people. I like meeting new people. If you like working with people and developing income, developing relationships with people, I would recommend getting into the business. But you have to have patience. You have to have fortitude. You have to have creativity. I would definitely recommend to people with those type of attributes because you're going to be creating experience. I would say with any investment, have a foundation. You know, I think so many people leave that out and forget that. You have to have a career or a source of income that gives you disposable income that you can use to invest, so it won't hurt your pockets. Because anything you invest in, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, you're going to have damage, and you want to be able to have a bubble of money to take care of those or float you through the lean times to when you get to the good times. And when you get to the good times, reinvest back into the business. Having a rental property, the money is consistent. You know what you're going to get every month. My rental property, I have Section 8 tenants, which I like and enjoy. It's convenient. You're getting your money all the time. With the Airbnb, what I enjoy is you can make a lot more money because you're renting out room to room. I like the fact that you can design the Airbnb the way you want to and promote it to who you want to and who you're trying to attract to your business. I like both. Picking between one or the other. If you want something that's more hands-off, I would say go with a rental. If you want something that you're more involved in, I would say go in an Airbnb. With an Airbnb, you're definitely going to make more money and you're going to make it faster. If you want something that's more consistent, then go with a traditional rental unit. I like owning what I'm investing in. I like knowing that it's mine. With a rental arbitrage, it never appealed to me because it was kind of smoke and mirrors. And yeah, you may make money quickly here and there, but this is the way I looked at it. I'm going to rent an apartment, put it on Airbnb, so the owners of that apartment can see and monitor how much money I'm making in their unit. So that gives them the opportunity to raise the rent up on me the following year, or not honor my lease the next year. So that's what turned me off to it. It's like you're basically putting in work, building up a business for somebody else to basically not renew your lease. So now they're cutting into your profit, and it's never yours. You can't use it as a legit tax write-off. You're not gaining any equity in that property. So there's a lot of things that you're missing. Because if it's your property, you can do all type of things with it because it's your property. There are different types of Airbnbs, and this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand. One of the main reasons why I wanted to do this video. So you have vacation Airbnbs. There are specific destinations for you to go to: Palm Springs, San Diego, Colorado, and they specifically target vacationers. Then you have the Airbnb like the one I have, which is for business travelers, nurses, the working professional. If you set yours up like that, then you're not going to go through the ups and downs of having an Airbnb. Travelers look for good Airbnbs to stay in, whether it be for a week or long term, because they have a long term assignment. So you have to, when setting up your Airbnb, start it off knowing what you want. I always recommend, if you're going to start one, aim towards business professionals. So you also can do night to nights in Airbnb, which is cool. You have a nice turnover rate, but the caveat to that is you're always cleaning the room. So if you're running your Airbnb, say from another city or another state, you have to make sure you have a good maid service. If not, that room's not going to be ready to rent. Now you're missing out on money, or somebody books it, your maid doesn't show up, and now they're writing a bad review because your room is dirty. If you're going to do the night to night, I would say make sure you live in the home. That way you live there, you're renting that room out. As soon as that person checks out, you're going in there, cleaning that room, washing the sheets, wiping it down, sanitizing it. Then that works for you. And that's very profitable as well. Our Airbnb is 4 hours away. I opted out to do a minimum 7 days a week to make it make sense, because you start to lose out on money. The average maid service is anywhere from 100 on up to go in and service your place every time. And that can be the room or the house, and we're not even counting the deep cleaning. So you have to factor those in when you're setting up how you want your stays to be, extended or short. When you're making all that money, you're doing great. Invest in the business. Make sure everything is running right. The heat works, the refrigerator, the appliances, the electricity, the TVs. You want to make sure everything is to the top-notch experience. So the first investments and upgrades I made to the property was I redid the electrical panel. Second thing I did was I added a bathroom to the master bathroom. Now that gave the property 2 bathrooms, which also added value to the property. Thirdly, I added a fence all the way around the property to secure everything. I cemented the backyard. We added a driveway. So all the money we were bringing in, I was reinvesting back into the business. You know, they can relax in the front. They can go in the backyard and barbecue. They didn't have to worry about getting dirt on their shoes because it was clean. It was all cemented. We put a pergola in the back with a seating area, a fireplace. So always reinvest back in the business, because people can tell. They see like, oh, the host cares. I can see they really care about the property, and they're going to keep booking. We were booked all the way through 2022. In any business, I always suggest be reliable. Take pride in whatever you do. Put out a quality product. New furniture. Make sure you have good beds. Let's just say, for instance, you're doing like us, 4 rooms. You want to make sure that each guest, if you're in room 1, your guest 1, I want my own cabinet space in the kitchen, my own shelf in the refrigerator, and it's labeled. So definitely label. If you're going to make your place fully accessible, label the cabinets, label the shelves in the refrigerator. Just take pride, monitor the details when you're doing stuff, it definitely will pay off and help you get the super host status when you do those type of things. Change the bedding out every couple months. You know, go if you have a Costco membership, go there. They're always running deals. These are things that guests look at when they're staying there. And then the biggest thing is communication. You know, communicate with your guests. If they have a question, try to answer them immediately. Definitely be very responsive, attentive, know what's going on in your property. If you're listening to this and you're like, that's cool and everything, Will, but I'm not a people person. I really don't like talking to people. I'm more of a business person. That's fine. That's one of the things I like about Airbnb. If you're not a people person, then get you a co-host. Just make sure the co-host is in line with what you're trying to convey over to your guests. Make sure somebody that's friendly, that's attentive, that likes talking to people, that likes making new friends. Some people are very cheerful. They like talking to people, and that's cool. That works in your favor. So let's wrap this up. As an Airbnb superhost, I definitely recommend the business. I hope I answer any misconceptions or questions you may have had. If you have further questions, hit me up in the comment. Thanks for tuning in to Will's Will. Drop a like and subscribe, and look forward to more videos like this coming to you. Peace.